Welcome to this section, Finishing the Game. In this section, we're gonna make the whole game work, then we're gonna add some special effects. After that, we're gonna finish the game and we're gonna perform final testing. Now, in the first video, making the whole game work, we're gonna first create the game over function. Then we're gonna stop spawning the obstacles. After that, we will show the game over menu. So let's get started. As you can see here, I am back inside the Unity editor. I'm gonna go to my game manager and open the game manager script. As you can see here, we have the game manager script. Now here we need to create a new function called game over. So let's create that. So here is our game over function. And as you can see, first of all, we are making the game over variable equals to true. After that, we are writing GameObject.find enemy spawner. That means we are finding the enemy spawner that we have in the scene. From there, we are getting the enemy spawner component, which is the enemy spawner script. And after that, we are calling the stop spawning function. So this function will stop spawning the obstacles when the game is over. And finally, we are saying GameOverPanel.setActive to true. And currently, as you can see, the game over panel doesn't exist. That's why it is showing us this error. We can simply press Alt plus Enter to solve this issue. Or as you can see, it's showing us show potential fixes. And from there, you can see it says that we can create a game manager.gameOverPanel field. So we're gonna manually do that. Here we're gonna simply write public game object game over panel. Okay. So this variable will simply reference the game over panel in our game over menu. So whenever this panel will be active, the game over menu will be shown when the game over function will get called. So now the only thing we need to do is we need to call this game over function whenever our obstacles collide with the player. So make sure you save the script. Then let's go to the obstacle script. So as you can see here, we are checking whenever the obstacle collides with the player, we are destroying the player. After that, all we need to do is we need to call the game over function from the game manager. To do that, we're going to simply write game manager.instance.gameover. And this will call the game over function from our game manager script. Now let's go ahead and save this script and go back to the Unity editor. So here we are back inside the Unity editor. We need to select the game manager from here. And as you can see here, we have a slot called game over panel. In this game over panel, we need to simply drag and drop our game over panel, which is inside our canvas. So if you expand the canvas, as you can see here, we have our game over panel, and you need to make sure that it is disabled by default. So make sure it's disabled, then select the game manager and drag and drop this game over panel directly in this game over panel slot. So now our whole game is connected and it should work perfectly. So let's go ahead and test it. So as you can see here, I'm gonna click on play and you will see whenever the player collides with the obstacles, the game over menu is shown, and I can simply restart the game from here and everything works perfectly as we wanted.